Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Kiley here with Martial Arts America, Team Navarre. This is going to be your junior adult beginner class. Today's date is April 8th. It is a Wednesday. Okay, the goal today is to kind of sharpen up our balance drill for this week. We're going to review our form, Dragon Kata, reviewing what we worked on Monday and kind of fixing a couple little things with that. Adding self-defense number 4 to the self-defense number 3 you've already been working on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Feet together. Bow. Take your hands up. Shake it side to side. Shake it up and down. You're all doing very well. Staying active, stretching, running around. Roll your arms. Other way. Good. Challenge. One going one way, one going the other. Good. Reach up real tall. Good. Reach down real low. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reach up real tall. Reach down real low. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a step out with your feet. You're good. Keep your legs straight. Good. Lean down as low as you can go without touching the ground. Over to the left side. Over to the right side. Bend your left knee. Switch sides. Sit all the way down. We've also been working our full splits challenge. We're trying to stretch every day for the next month and see how well that gets us, how far that gets us. Body up nice and tall. But as you're doing this, you're sitting up tall. Then you're also trying to push your knees, the muscles in your legs, down towards the floor. Trying to flatten yourself out. And then take and leave this leg where it is and just put this leg out beside it, just like that. So the leg doesn't go underneath it. It just sits right beside it, just like this. And then you lean down as far as you can without bending your knee. You're trying to touch your toes, but if you're bending your knee to touch your toes, you're not really getting any stretchier, which means you're not going to be able to kick any higher. So we have to do the stretches properly so we can get what we want. Right? Stretch down. And then switch sides. Both legs out in the front. Shake them out, loosen them up, get the blood flowing, the heart pumping. Stretch down. Everybody's favorite stretch, your full split stretch. Nice and strong, body's up nice and tall. Again, biggest challenge for us right now isn't really even the full splits part. It's making sure that we're not leaning back like this. If you are, you're not really putting any much of a stretch on the inside of your legs. So you want to make sure your hands are actually in front. You're kind of leaning forward if you can. If you're trying to get over that mountain, as I call it, then try to either find like a friend or a sibling or a parent, or be able to get a towel and wrap it around something so you can pull yourself forward. Or if you're doing it like in your room beside your bed and there's the bed next to you, you can grab the bed frame and pull yourself. You just want to be able to get yourself in front of yourself like this. And then lean over to the left side. Make sure as you lean, anytime you extend into a stretch, we talked about this last time, you breathe in through your nose, you hold your breath, and as you stretch, you want to breathe out and almost like deflate the balloon. So you're controlling your breathing. You're not holding your breath. You're continuing to breathe the whole time. Breathe in, breathe out. A lot of times it'll help you go further just because you're not locking your core in place. Back in, very good. Breathe in. And then as you lean forward, you're going to breathe out. Good. And then slide your legs in. Set that, shake them out. And all the way up. Perfect. Good. Nice. Some nice little conditioning drills to get your body warmed up. Okay, the first one is your jumping jacks. We've been practicing having better coordination with our jumping jacks. So you're going to stay with me. We're going to do 10 of them. We're going to go slow. Make sure it's 2 different positions. You have the all-out position and the all-in position. You're just going to alternate between the 2. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we're going to add a challenge to your jumping jacks a little bit. Okay, you're going to take that same out and in position, but now every time you go to pull everything in, you're going to turn your body to a different side. So you're going to end up going in a circle, turning to 4 different corners. Okay, so here's your challenge. You're going to go out, and then as you pull everything back in, you're going to turn to the left. Good. Okay, and then now you're going to go out, and then as you pull them back in, you're going to turn away and turn your back to me. Good. Then you're going to go out. Now as you pull them back in, turn to the right, and then out, and back in, face the front. Just like that. So now we're going to try to go in. We're going to count, and we're going to do them together. But every time you do a jumping jack, you're going to turn to a different corner. We're still going to do 10 and try not to get dizzy. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn back to the front. Good job. You a little dizzy? Me too. It's okay. Good. Last jumping jack challenge are going to be your split jacks, your running jacks. And so your feet, you're going to go into an offset position. That means one behind the other. Okay, and then from here, all your feet are going to do are switch spots like this. Your hands are going to do the same things, up and down. Ready? So hands down by your side. Every time you switch your feet, your hands are going to switch positions. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start with our balance kicks. Okay, and make sure you're reviewing this. A lot of you guys I've seen have been doing them, which is awesome. So we're going to review your goal numbers for your stripe, your goal numbers for the balance board, and then some of the challenges you guys have for challenge week and the challenge points. Okay, now I'm going to have something here next to me to hold myself up. You don't have to have that. If you're really awesome, you don't need it. Don't use it. But it's here just in case. Okay? So the challenge is going to be, okay, starting first, just reviewing all the stuff, what you're going to do. Okay, again, if you need this here, it's there, but try not to rely on it. Okay, and instead of us kicking this way, you're going to kick towards me this time. Okay? So what you're going to do, turn your stomachs this way. So your right leg should be the one in the front. The right leg's here. Okay, it's pointing towards me, so don't kick behind yourself. Kick towards the mirror. Okay, kick towards the camera. Kick towards me. Okay, you'll take your left hand if you need to and just kind of rest it near something, just so you know it's there. But again, make sure you're not leaning onto it, okay? You're going to take your feet, you're going to turn them to the walls. So you're going to take that right foot and point it towards me, and your left foot and point it away from me. So it's like this. Okay, now from there, you're going to bend your knees just a little bit. Okay, you're going to take and lean back onto one leg. That's a very important step of what we're doing. I don't want your feet wide and then you pushing back to your foot, because that can sometimes knock you over. Instead, you start with your feet basically together. Good, and your feet turned out wide, so that all you have to do from here is lean back a little bit, and you'll feel your weight get very light on this foot and very heavy on this one, which is what you want. And then we're going to pick this leg up, hold it. It's okay to lean back a little bit. Your leg doesn't have to be this high if you don't want it to. It can be a little bit below your belt. I'm okay with that. And then pull your foot out, pull it back, put it down. So as you're doing your balance test, a couple key things to make sure you're paying attention to is that you don't kick too fast. Okay, a lot of you guys, sometimes we get worried that we're not going to be able to hold our leg up long enough, so we try to get in a hurry and do the kicks as fast as we can. Or you're going to do a lot of kicks, and so you try to get to that end goal as fast as you can by kicking way too fast. And what that does is that throws your rhythm off, and it knocks you off balance, and that's what makes you fall down. So I see a lot of students that'll do it, and they'll come up and they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they'll start to fall. Just because they're going too fast. So it's important not to go as fast as you can, good, and to keep that same rhythm the whole time. Good. So if I pick my leg up, and this is my rhythm, ooh, there's my balance. Good, and it's 1, 2, and you stay at this speed the whole time. It does not change. Good. Even if you're doing 1 or 20 or 100 or 120, no matter what the number is, it stays that same speed the whole time, so your body's comfortable. Okay. Next thing is make sure you keep your eyes on one spot. If your eyes are running around the room and moving around, your body follows where your eyes are. You've all been like in the hallways at school or in the hallways of your house, and if something catches your eye, good, and you're walking straight and you look, your body tends to drift that way. She'll always follow your vision. And so instead of my head moving around, lock your eyes into one spot, and your body a lot of times will stay more still. Okay, last thing just to make sure you're doing while you're practicing your balance test is that your knee doesn't move a lot. Your foot does, your shin does, okay, but your knee stays very still. Okay, sometimes you guys can try to focus on kicking way too hard, and I love hard, strong kicks, but if you're moving your legs so much, you're getting all this movement, and you see my knee? All this rear back and slinging of your knee, that's why you're falling down. So make sure when you come up, you find your balance first before you start kicking. This stays locked in tight. You can still do a very strong kick just by extending that foot and then snapping it all the way back and snap it all the way out and snap it all the way back. So it's a full extension, full retraction, but your knee stays very still. Okay? Now we're going to warm those legs up, so we're going to do 10 together, which is the white belt number for the kicks they would need for that stripe. So from here, again, some things new. We're not going to do the actual balance test right now. We're just warming our legs up if you need to. So you have something near you just in case. So make sure when it's balance test time, there's nothing near you. It's all by you. It's all in yourself. Good. So ready? Here. And 10 for a warm up. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. Focus on the technique. Every time we add, now we're going to do 20. Try to keep something near you if you need to grab onto it for a second. And try to make sure when you do your kicks, especially when you're in the balance test, if you find yourself starting to wobble or fall down, stop kicking. That doesn't mean you put your foot down. That just means focus on getting your balance back before you start kicking. I see that from a lot of students also, is they'll kick and I'll see them start to wobble and they'll just kick as they're falling. Good. Instead, keep your knee up, take your focus from the kicking to the balancing part. Once you have your balance back, then go back to the kicking. So it'd be like this. 1, 2, 3. If I start to lose my balance, instead of kicking and falling down, good, kick, you stop your kicking, keep your knee up, get it back. Once it's back again, go back to work. Okay? Now let's do 20 together real fast. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Excellent job. We're going to put our chair away. We're going to walk through Dragon Kata as much as we have learned. Maybe even add another move. Ready? So Dragon Kata, step out, say martial arts, America, Dragon Kata, step back, hands up, Ayah! So the first move of Dragon Kata is a back fist, kind of like Crane Kata was. But now instead of stepping forward to a Kimai side punch, we're just going to pivot. We're going to pivot and throw that super strong punch with our right hand. From here, both hands come up. Keep your body turned, okay? Because we're going to take this front foot, this left foot, and you're going to turn it, take this right foot, pick it up. Hey, we were just in this position. Round kick, but set it in the front this time. Get closer to the target. Because if you kick someone, they're going to back up, so you set it in the front to chase them down a little bit. Take your back leg, your left leg, slide it underneath you. Pick your right leg up, but instead of picking it up this way, you're going to pick it up for a side kick. So you're going to pick your knee up like this. And then as you lean back, you push your foot out. Pull it back in, set it down, face the front, okay? Back fist, take your back leg, that's your left knee, put it on the ground, punch with that hand. Now the part that's kind of fancy, take your hands, sharpen them up, rotate this way, put it down, knee comes in, side kick, sit back up nice and strong. This is the move we added last time. It's called a ridge hand. Not a rich hand, ridge, like a mountain ridge. Okay, so from here, you're going to take and pull your hand across. Your thumb tucks into your pinky. This is what you're hitting with. You put it behind you, so I shouldn't be able to see it. It's pointing complete opposite direction from me. And you're going to turn your whole body and then pull your arm. So it's turn your body flat and then pull your arm. 1, 2. Just like that. So the big thing to understand when you're doing that, it's not just this. It's not just me moving my hand. It's a strike with your whole arm. Well, not your whole arm, sorry. It's a strike with your whole body coming through your arm. Can't really see it, but if I was hitting a target, a ridge hand's actually a really good board breaking technique because it comes through here. It's this. It's your whole body coming through. Nice and strong. Hitting within this part, not your fingers, this part right here. So as we do it, your whole body turns nice and strong. Okay? And then from there, let's try that one more time. If we get that part, we'll add one more technique to the end of it. Okay? So step back, hands up. Move number 1, back fist. Pivot, punch, keep pivoting, lift up this foot, round kick, set it in the front, slide underneath yourself, pick your knee up, push the side kick out, set it in the front, turn your body to me, right hand, back fist, left hand's by your chin, pivot, don't step forward, good. It's just like in Crane Kata, when we did the spinning back fist, we went straight down, we dropped straight down. With Dragon Kata, it's back fist, it's drop straight down, don't advance. Punch with your left hand. Very good. Take your hands, drop down. Keep your eyes on what's going on. Show me the bottom of your foot. Push it up to the sky. Sit up. And as you sit up, you can go ahead and see this left hand start to get ready for my ridge hand. Okay, and then put it by your chin. Your right hand is going to go like this. It's called a knife hand. So I have my left hand as a ridge hand. So my thumb tucks across to my pinky. My right hand is a knife hand, so my thumb tucks to my index finger right here. Okay, and what that does is, wherever my thumb is kind of how to remember it, wherever your thumb is, you're going to strike with the opposite. Okay, see how my thumb's over here? Since my thumb's way over here, I'm going to strike with this side. On a knife hand, you tuck your thumb right here, so that's why I strike with this side. So my thumb's trying to hide out of the way so I don't hurt it. Okay, so I just did ridge hand. Good, now I take my hand and I tuck it like this. I'm going to roll it behind me in a circle and then chop it forward. That part's kind of crucial. Ready? So take those fingers, point them at me. Good. And now from here, point them at the floor. Good. Point them behind you. Turn it front. Let me show you from the side. So I point it forwards, and then down, and then behind you like a clock, and then straight forward. Chop it. So it's roll it behind me, down low, behind me, chop it. Good. What we're doing, without getting too into detail with it, normally we do self-defense. You pull back like this, and you push forward, right? When we do a normal self-defense number 3 or number 4, we pull back, and we block. We really slingshot those hands backwards to get a lot of power. But since I'm on a knee, I can't rotate at all. I can't move this way because I'll fall over. So instead, I can do this. So I can take that same circle, and I can do it this way. Okay, so instead of me pulling like this and knocking myself over, I just take my hand, and I push it straight down behind me, and then now I send my block forward. Pow! Just like that. Okay, very good. Slide back a little bit. Now we're going to take and break apart and just work that kicking combination in your form. Okay, at least the first 2 kicks, okay, which is the back leg round kick into slide up side kick. Making sure when you do them, they're super different. Okay, so make sure the kicks look and feel completely different, and you're hitting with different parts of your foot. Okay, so we're going to step back with your right foot. Very good. This is the opposite side. I'm sorry. Right foot's over here. This is your form side. Let's do our form side first. My brain's backwards. So we're doing back leg round kick, push off the ground, and then extend it out. Ready? Go. Boom. Set in the front. Make sure when you set in the front, it's not supposed to make a lot of noise. Set it down. Don't slam it down. If you're slamming it down, it's because you fell. I don't want you to fall. Set it down because you have control. Ready? So kick. Set it down. Good. And then slide. Knee comes up. Show me the bottom of your foot. Look at it. Is it clean? Is mine clean? Kind of. Side kick. Set it in the front. Okay? So now let's chain those together. Just remind yourself, the round kick comes around. It swings from around behind you. Your side kick comes from the side. That's why they're called that. Your round kick is a round motion. It circles. It circles around your body. Your side kick comes from the side, and it kicks the side of your foot straight out. Okay? So ready? Turn your body for your round kick. Set in the front. Slide to the side. Side kick. Okay? Now let's switch feet. Let's work it on our other side. So your left foot's behind you. This is the fun side, so you have to make sure you take your time, do all the little things right. Okay, little things as in this is your checklist in order as you're kicking. Okay, left foot's in the back. Hands are up. You start by turning your front foot. Then I continue by pulling this back shoulder through. And then I continue by showing the shin of my foot, of my left leg, extend the foot out, set in the front. And then going into your slide up side kick, first part of the checklist, do the slide up part. And then for the side kick, reminding yourself that your chamber comes up, almost like you're stepping on a stair, good, or stepping up a ladder. So I step my foot up, good, and then from there I turn my foot and I kick it out. And then I come back in, okay? If you want bonus points on that side kick, learning how to pivot your foot as you kick and then unpivot your foot as you pull it back in. It's a really advanced part of kicking in general, but it's a really important part to having a lot of power behind your kick, is what I mean. Most students, when they kick, they either don't move this foot at all, and they kick like that, which is okay. It's a good place to start. Or they'll pivot their foot and leave it here, and they'll kick like this, which is better. Okay, but the ultimate goal is as you kick, your foot should pivot. So it's from here, it's, watch, and then as I pull my leg back in, I unpivot. I wind it back where it started. That's kind of the ultimate goal, to have the most balance and power with all your kicks. So if you were to work one part of that drill, it's just getting, even if you have to hold on to something for balance, getting this to pivot and that to kick, and then getting this to pull back in as this unpivots. Good. It's a very, very advanced part of it. So if you can't get it, it's totally okay. I'm just letting you know what the end goal is down the road as you continue on this journey to your black belt. Okay. So one more time, put your left foot behind you. Lift up that left leg. Pivot this foot as that leg goes out. Set in the front. Slide. Pick it up like you're stepping up a stair. Pivot and side kick. Pull back in. Set it down. Okay. Very good. So those are the ones I want you guys to work. Okay, those both sides. Go ahead and let's try one more time on this side. Step back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to chain these combos together. So we're going to do the right side combo, or right leg combo, and then we finish the slide up side kick. We're going to go right into the back leg round kick on the other side. This is what I mean. Ready? So back leg round kick with your right leg. Set in the front. Slide up. Side kick. Set in the front. Right into your left leg. back leg round kick. Right into your left leg, slide up side kick. Let's do it one more time. That's fine. Okay, so step back with your right foot. Good. So again, it's that right leg round kick into your right leg side kick, and then everything happens in with your left side. Ready? Stay with me. Right leg, pivot, chamber, round kick, stay up, slide up, side kick with that same leg, open up your stance. Right into your other side pivot, round kick with your left leg. Round kick, set it, slide, chamber, step up that stair, pivot with your left side. Okay? That's a little more advanced. That's kind of, again, one of the end goals, but it's just a good way to kind of feel and start to learn the difference. And it's okay if you don't really feel that much of a difference between those kicks yet, that's okay. The more you do it, the more your body will start to feel it. Okay? Your body's going to start doing it and making those adjustments before you realize it actually is. Okay, but with enough practice, okay, your body will start doing the right thing, even if you're not seeing it actually happen or feeling it happen. It'll just do it. Okay, and then from there, you'll start to make that mental connection. And you'll start to understand better what's going on. Okay, last thing we did this week is worked on self-defense number 4. So we're going to start now to do this. I'm going to put my back to you, so you're kind of standing behind me in class. That's the feel. Okay, my hands are out in front. We do an inside block for number 4. That means my right leg steps back. My left hand does the block, just like this. Okay, so again, one more time. Pull back, block with my left hand. Very good. Okay, my right hand comes up like I'm flexing my muscle. Very good. And then from there, I'm going to step forward almost into a kemai stance. Step forward. Good. This arm doesn't move. This hand stays where it is. I'll show you from the side. I block, and then as I step forward, this arm doesn't travel forward too. This arm stays where it is. I almost move around my arm. See? That elbow bends, and I kind of slide closer to them. So I step back and block, raise up that arm. I step around inside my arm, and I'm taking my hand, because you have to kind of use your imagination. When you block, you're blocking them at the wrist, like this. So I'm stepping forward, and I'm taking, if their wrist is right here, then the rest of their arm is right here. And I'm taking my arm, and I'm knocking their hand out of the way. Okay? So what you're doing, again, you're stepping in, you're getting closer to them. You want to step back at first and block to be defensive, to save yourself. And then you step in closer to them to counterattack and defend yourself. Okay? So I step back and I block. I lift my arm, step in, knock it away. It's a strike using your not using your arm, using your forearm. If you remember on Star Block set, good, when we went from high to in, it's an inside block. It's that same thing that doubles as a strike with what we're doing. Okay? So last time, go to ready. Doing great, guys. Step back, pull and block, backhand, resting at your solar plexus. The left hand is blocking the inside of their right arm. Lift up my hand strong. Step up with your right foot, almost like a kemai stance. As you settle your feet, you rotate and do that inside block. Boom! And you're knocking their hand. They did a punch. You blocked it. And when you hit it, that opens their hand up like that. And you're going to end up hitting them in the stomach in a second. But that's what you're doing. You're stepping back and you're using your knife hand to block that punch. And then you're stepping in between their feet. That's what this move is. Good? Because I'm the puncher now. So you're stepping in between their feet and you're taking that inside block and you're hitting it right into their forearm. Push, knocking their hand out of the way. So you can then hit them in the ribs. That's what we're going to work on next week. Okay, so today we covered Dragon Kata. We did everything but the grand finale final move. So we did a really good job there. We added the ridge hand. We added the knife hand this week. 2 unique movements I would work on if I were you guys. Working on the balance kicks. Make sure you're doing your very best. You have your stripe number. If you're a white belt, your goal is 10 kicks in a row. In a row means without putting your foot down. If your foot goes down, the number stops. Good. If you are a yellow belt or a red, white, and blue belt, you have 20 kicks. If you're an orange belt, you have 30. If you're a green belt, you have 40 kicks. If you get it on your dominant side, that means your favorite leg. If you had to choose whichever one's your favoritist, okay, then that's kind of challenge number 1. Okay, challenge 2, getting it with the offside leg, so getting it with both legs. And if your parents, there's always going to be a family challenge. If your parents get it or your sibling gets it, then that will get, and by get it, I mean they need 25 kicks. Good? And so I don't think Harper Waters is watching. So if your brother does it, good, or your mom or dad do it, good, they do 25 kicks up, putting their foot down. Good, that's the family side of the challenge. Now again, this challenge only works, okay, if it's somebody that's not currently in martial arts. Good, so if Grace Jacoby's doing it, that doesn't mean that Emma Jacoby could then do it because she's also in martial arts. So it has to be a family member that's not currently training. Good, 25 or more kicks. All right, parents, I know you can do it. Don't make the siblings do it, parents. I know you can do it. You don't have to just do 25. You can keep going. Good. A cool thing would be to challenge your students, see who can get more. And we're going to post those numbers here this week. And we'll have some new fun challenges for you next week. But that's all we have for you today. If there's any questions, feel free to call us here, or you can email us or find us on Facebook. You guys are doing a wonderful job with your training. I appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you. Feet together and bow. You are dismissed.